What's going on, guys? I am beyond excited about what just showed up in my shop. Sorry about the camera work. We're upgrading our Electron system. Let's get into it. Alright, I got my dog here. She's going nuts. So, a little backstory. My brother, who used to work here, we have a temperature gun with a red light. Oh. And he would shine it on the floor and she would chase it around and whatnot. So now she just walks around. Every time I bring her to the shop, she just walks around looking for this red light. What are you doing? What are you doing? What you doing? And I feel so bad for her, but she only comes to work now when I gotta take her to the vet. So that's like 5 minutes away, and now she's gone. She left. Hey, Belle, come. So anyways, super excited. We got this in. This is the brand new Electron gun, and we upgraded a little bit. We're doing a dual unit. So basically 2 controllers, 2 guns, 1 box feed. Let's open it up. Alright guys, so I am very excited to get into this unit. We're going to do a voiceover style for this video because there are so many background noises in this. And also it's super hard to record during a working day because all of my employees like to pop in and out. So this is a dual head unit that I picked up for my personal use. It is the new plus 3 equipment, so it does have the 120 kV, 120 UA microamps ability, as well as a flashlight integrated into the guns, and it has a Bluetooth option, which I have not even tried to mess with. I think they have the app out for Android, but they don't have it out for iPhone yet. So I'm going to go over this video on how to install. Basically, it's going to be the same thing for a single head unit. You just won't have the bigger double head casing there. So what I'm putting on right now is an adjustable locking nut screw deal that allows you to turn the head unit so that if you have a weird setup, you can turn those heads to you so that you can actually see your display and adjust. If you're adjusting on the gun, you can see what it's doing. So here's an example of one of my employees wondering what I'm doing and not realizing that there was a camera pointing at us. So here I'm putting on, I guess I'd call it the gun holders. There's one on each side, and this is the same whether you have a dual unit or not. They just screw in from the back, and then here is a handle. Again, these are the exact same. This one's just going to have 2, and they're Allen head. I don't remember the size, but yeah, I like to always hand tighten stuff first, get it lined up so we're not cross-threading anything, and then I'll throw the old ratchet on there to speed it up. So be a good time to mention, if you guys don't subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Costs you nothing, but it actually helps us out quite a bit. It gives us a little more reach on the old YouTube. And I'm showing you what it is there, but I do not remember for the life of me. Give us a thumbs up. I do have a lot of people buying these units that ask for tips on how to put them together, and this video is perfect for that. So we literally go step by step on how to put them together. So keep on watching. The thing you didn't see is all the boxes come out of the big box. All of your equipment's in those in front of the gun in this picture. And then that stand, everything is already pre-assembled on that stand, which I love. So you've got your regulator that's already on there. You've got your airlines that come out of it. They're all done. Your fluidization air is all done. So these are probably the easiest, quickest guns that I've ever installed. I know the GEMA guns take quite a bit more to get them working, so I've been pretty happy with that. So we're going to roll this thing around, and I believe we're about to start putting in the head units here for you. Or no, the arm. Let's put the arm on first. That's a good idea. So this is a double arm, so we have 2 pickup tubes. They've actually designed this so that the pickup tubes will go into one box. They're both at an angle, which is hard to see in the video, but it lines them up perfectly so they kind of touch together at the corner of the box, which is really nice. And that's super easy. It's got the bearing in there already. You just wiggle it on down and you're good to go. So here we're going to put in the head units. These are very well packaged. There's foam on both sides. They're in a cardboard box wrapped in plastic. That foam protects all of the inputs on the back side as well as a knob on the front. And you literally just slide the things in. They come with 2 more screws with Allen heads on them, and just get them lined up because your head unit might be at a slight angle. So it's good to make sure if you have to adjust your head unit to get that bolt to go in straight so you don't strip it. And we'll pop in number 2. I'm super excited to get this thing up and running in the shop. We plan on having 2 painters in our tiny paint booth. But right now, because of how small it is in there, we're not really able to maximize the line to get every hook hanging apart, basically. Or on bigger items, it's harder for us to get around to the back side without leaving big gaps in the line, which is killing our productivity. So my quick fix is this. We can throw 2 painters back there when we need to. It's going to increase our production. We can run the line a little bit quicker that way too. So just make sure these things are on there nice and snug, and you should be good to go. And guys, don't forget, these aren't sponsored videos. I am a distributor for Electron. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at the Electron website. You can do either one. So it's Dan at Right Now Powder Coating, or it's info at powderfinishingequipment.com. So here we've got the pickup tubes in, and you can see down at the bottom of those, that's where they come into the box and touch. So there's a nice little angle on them. These are their brand new pumps. They're a 45-degree unit, which is really nice. Totally re-engineered for this brand new +3 equipment. Showing you off the tips here. So you get the cone tip as an extra, and then the gun has the flat tip installed, which is my go-to tip if you're painting inside of like tubes and stuff or want a more delicate cloud. Those cones come in really nice. And there's that flashlight. It's integrated into the actual hanging part for the gun. So here I'm tightening a nylon bolt that goes behind the adjustment, and then we're attaching these are the auxiliary cords that come up from the vibrator. So it tells the vibrator to turn itself on, as well as the air to kick on for your fluidization. And then I was just checking out the COM part there. These are the airlines, the main air, so they come off of your regulator there. It's a really short tube. It goes right into the bottom where the main air source goes in. Here we're cutting open, there's 2 black tubes that come with the kit. One runs off of your pickup tube, and one goes to your air, the nozzle air tube on the gun. And here I'm showing you that there's going to be 3 different quick connect hose connectors in the bag. So this pump is the first one that they've sent me where they're all 3 different. So you have to make sure that the right quick connect goes to the right plug. So these were a little bit different. The last pump I got, they were all the same. So it's nothing difficult, but you're going to screw these apart, and you're going to run the hose up through the backside that has the little metal coil on it. And then you're going to force the tube over the barb, the piece that's in my right hand, and just get it in there really nice and snug. And then you're going to bring the back side up, and you're going to screw it on as tight as you can. If you want to get some wrenches on these, you can. I don't ever do it, but I also have never had any air leaks without doing it, because you're cinching them down pretty good with your hands, and they're pretty tight. So like any other air connect, you're going to come to the back. Now, they changed from a blue hose to a black hose, but you're going to plug your black hose into where there's a blue, and you can't see the image here, but there's a little blue image right next to that push-in fitting. And then you're just going to bring it around and snap it onto your pump. So I didn't trim any of these cords. They're doing a better job. They used to send you like 8 feet more than you needed, which actually wasn't a bad deal if you wanted to save it. But these are a little bit shorter, so I didn't trim them. You can trim them. Just make sure you have enough distance when you're moving your arms around or moving the pump around that you're not too short or getting it kinked on anything. And obviously cable management, you can come in here and tie things up and just make everything look a lot cleaner. So here we're doing the red one, same process as the black one, just finger tight. It's going to go on the red insert for the pump, and then on the back side of the gun, that's the red push-in connection. And I was nice enough to bring you in a little bit closer, so now you can actually see the red there that I just pointed at. The blue one's just above it, but it's kind of dark on this, so you can't really tell. So the only thing we're really missing is the power cord, which is in the upper left, the ground strap, which is right next to it, and then what I'm putting in now is the nozzle air. This is what keeps your electrode cool, and it also helps try to keep it a little bit clean from powder buildup. It is an adjustable setting. There's another video I did put out. It's not a very long video on how we wrap up our cords here, but basically we get all of our hoses attached. So you got your black nozzle air, your powder hose, and your electrical cord. And we come about a foot, well, it's probably 18 inches off the bottom of the gun. So when we disconnect things, we still have room to move them around. But then we like to use electrical tape and work our way back. And we're putting on about every 18 to 24 inches is what I like to do. If you're having cords come apart on you, you can trip on them. It just kind of makes it hard to deal with. And the Velcro straps that come with all these guns, we just don't think that they do a good enough job. They don't get tight enough on there and hold everything together, and they'll start sliding all together to wherever your typical load point is. So on the back, you can see that I left about 3 feet untaped, and that just allows you to bring that cord back. So we're putting the power cord into the back of the unit for the gun, and then I'm going to push in that airline. So those two go back to the back side, and then your powder obviously goes up to the pump on the other side, which will be the last thing we show you. And we're putting on this, I don't know what they call it, but wire that kind of protects the hose from getting kinked when you're bent into that pump. So just wiggle that thing on really good. If you want to put a little bit of spit on it to help, you can. It'll dry out, but yeah, it should be good. I've noticed with these units we don't have too many issues with any oil or anything coming out of them so far, so that's good. But thanks guys for watching. There the unit is all put together. Give us that thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.